I can assure you that Pass or Refund is the best resource for preparing for IT exams. We refund your money if you do not pass on your first attempt. Let us now jump into some questions to see how prepared you are. Next up, you're migrating workloads to the cloud. The goal of this migration is to serve customers worldwide as quickly as possible. Now, according to local regulations, some data needs to be stored in a specific geographic area, but it can still be served worldwide. So, you need to design the architecture and deployment for your workloads. What should you do? The correct answer is C. To serve customers worldwide quickly, while adhering to strict data residency requirements, you must choose a public cloud provider that offers regional storage capabilities. Consider this scenario. Your multinational organization has servers running mission-critical workloads on its premises around the world. You want to be able to manage these workloads consistently and centrally, and you want to stop managing infrastructure. Moving to a public cloud, it offloads the responsibility of hardware maintenance, cooling, and physical security to the cloud provider. This fulfills the requirement to stop managing infrastructure while offering centralized, consistent administrative tools for global deployments. So, what about this one? An organization wants to leverage tooling and automation as part of its new DevOps philosophy. Which operational challenge will this resolve? I'd go with the main goal of DevOps automation is to remove manual work from software development and deployment processes. What about this one? An organization needs to store structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data in its raw native format in the same place. Which cloud data management solution should they use? The right choice is B. A data lake is specifically built to take in all sorts of data, structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, in its original form. This lets organizations keep all their raw data in one place before it's processed or changed for analysis. What about this one? An organization wants its users to validate a series of new features for their app. Why should they use App Engine? The answer is C. App Engine is designed to easily handle application versioning. What about this one? So, how would an organization benefit from using Looker? The right pick is D. Looker is a business intelligence and big data analytics platform that helps companies build smart visualizations, explore data in real time, and easily share insights across their organization. So, what about this one? An organization delivers a proactive healthcare service. They want to efficiently and automatically collect patient data. What should the organization encourage the patients to do? The right answer is B. Internet of Things, IoT, gadgets help send data automatically and in real time. Okay, let's move on. How would a global organization benefit from managing their data with Cloud Spanner? The correct answer is B. As a globally distributed, synchronously replicated database, Cloud Spanner is specifically suited for organizations that require high availability and strong consistency across multiple geographic regions. Okay, so consider this scenario. An employee gets an email from their internet service provider asking for their bank account number and password. Which cybersecurity threat is this exactly? I would go with D. Phishing is a specific type of social engineering where an attacker sends a fraudulent message designed to trick a person into revealing sensitive information. Here's another challenge. So, an organization wants to move from a tactical cloud adoption approach to a transformational approach. How should they adapt the way they lead the organization? The right pick is moving from tactical to transformational cloud adoption really requires an organizational culture shift. Hey, so take a look at this. Why is data stored in Google Cloud secure and private? I would go with C. Google Cloud protects data by encrypting it at rest by default. Okay, so let's tackle this. An organization wants to use multiple marketing datasets to forecast user acquisition. How should they use cloud technology to gain new insights from the data? The correct selection is D. To gain new insights from diverse datasets, organizations should leverage cloud-based data integration to combine the data into a unified source. That's how it works. Next up, your organization stores a lot of really sensitive data right there on your own servers, and it can't go over the public internet. This data, though, needs to be worked with both on your premises and in the cloud. So, what should your organization do about that? Here's the answer. C. So, the requirement emphasizes that data must not travel over the public internet. Try this question. An organization wants to collect metrics and metadata from their cloud applications and put them into dashboards. Which Google Cloud tool should they use? So, what do you think? I would go with a Cloud monitoring acts as the central hub for the Google Cloud Operations Suite to collect performance metrics, infrastructure metadata, and application health data, which are then used to build visualized dashboards and set up alerts. So, yeah. Now, consider this. So, a manager wants to review Google Cloud data access among their employees. Who is responsible for defining data access policies? The answer is C. While Google Cloud provides the tools and infrastructure for access control, like IAM, it's really up to the organization's IT, security, or governance team to decide who gets access to what data. Next up, so an organization has decided to modernize their applications in the cloud to keep up with their customers' needs. What may have prompted this business decision? Here's the answer. D. Cloud modernization enables organizations to shift from older, monolithic architectures that are slow to update toward more agile, containerized, or microservices-based architectures. Okay, here's the next one. An organization needs to categorize a large group of photographs using pre-trained machine learning. Which Google Cloud product or service should they use? The right answer is So, the Google Cloud Vision, AP, I has these pre-trained models that help developers instantly understand what's in an image. Okay, let's tackle this. An organization provides a loyalty program for its customers. It recently partnered with other businesses so that customers can get loyalty points at a range of other stores. Why should the organization use application programming interfaces, APIs? Here's the answer. D. APIs allow different applications to communicate with each other. Now, consider this. A travel agency wants to seamlessly share their social media content with partners. What should the organization use? The correct selection is D, an application programming interface, or a PI, basically acts as a bridge that allows different systems to talk to each other. Here's the next one. So, how do out-of-the-box APIs make AI and machine learning more accessible for all Google Cloud customers? The right pick is Google Cloud's pre-trained APIs, like vision, natural language, and speech-to-text, kinda lower the barrier to entry by giving you ready-to-use AI functionality. Here's the next one. An organization needs to migrate specialized workloads to the cloud while maintaining their existing complex licensing and architecture. So, what Google Cloud solution should the organization use? Going with B. Bare metal solution is this special service for moving tricky workloads, like Oracle databases or older enterprise apps. They need specific hardware, super fast storage, or have tough licensing rules that regular virtual systems just can't handle. Here's another challenge. So, an organization finds that the amount of cash in their vending machines doesn't match the value of items sold. They've decided to upgrade their vending machines with cloud-based mobile payment systems. How could the organization benefit from this upgrade? The answer is D. Cloud-based mobile payment systems. They provide digital logs for every transaction. Here's a good one. A food delivery service needs access to real-time menu information from all partner restaurants. They also need to share customer order information with the restaurants, in real time. What should the organization use? Here's the answer. B. An application programming interface, API, acts as an intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. Here's the next one. Your company's development team is building an app that will be deployed on Cloud Run. You're designing a CI/CD pipeline so that any new version of the application can be deployed in the fewest number of steps possible using the CI/CD pipeline you're designing. You need to pick a storage spot for the application's images after the CI part of your pipeline has built them. So, what should you do? Here's the answer. B. So, Cloud Run is a serverless platform that runs containerized applications. Hey, take a look at this. An organization is planning to create a bunch of new applications, and they need a system for managing and orchestrating their containers. So why should they use Google Kubernetes Engine? The correct answer is A. So Google Kubernetes Engine, GKE, is a managed environment for deploying, managing, and scaling containerized applications. Here's a good one. So how does Google Cloud help customers use the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning? The right answer is B. Google Cloud offers a whole bunch of AI ML services. They have these pre-made models, basically through APIs, for folks who just want to quickly plug things in. And then for the data scientists, those who really need to build and train their own custom models, there's Vertex AI. So, it really works for people at all different skill levels. Here's another challenge. An online retail organization wants to optimize their service. What's an example of unstructured data they can use to help them make decisions? The best choice is A. Unstructured data, refers to information that doesn't have a predefined model or isn't organized in a predefined way. Okay, let's see how you do with this. An organization's public cloud provider totally failed to meet their SLA of 99.99% availability. So, what's the potential impact on the organization? The answer is C. A service level agreement, defines the expected uptime for a service. Here's another challenge. So, an organization needs to train a machine learning model to categorize photographs. Which Google Cloud product or service should they use? The answer is B. AutoML Vision. It's designed to help people with not a lot of machine learning experience train good, custom models for image categorization. They just upload their labeled data. So, consider this scenario. A multinational organization has decided to use public cloud services to modernize their IT infrastructure. What's one benefit of doing this? The correct answer is D. Public cloud platforms offer the benefit of global accessibility. I hope you found the questions helpful. Do comment. How many did you get right? Also, don't forget to check out passorefund.io because we are confident on our content and give you a refund if you don't pass on your first attempt.